Hey there, comic book fans. I am back from the comic shop again this week, and once again we'll start our video with the freebies. Oh, by the way, 6 new comics this week, plus these 2 freebies. I have no idea what they are. Who knows what I'm going to do with them. Injustice 2, sponsored by E-League. Is that EA Arts? I don't know. Some Justice League comic. I'll flip through it. Justice League Day, #1. Alrighty, whatever. No clue. Nice Batman picture. And then, of course, I got a bunch of temporary tattoos. I don't know why I even got a bunch of temporary tattoos. There are 7 of them. Hey, maybe I'll put these in the Marvel Value Stamp book I got last week. That's a Justice League logo? Why is it JG? I don't understand that one. But there's the useless free stuff that I'm a sucker for that I got again this week. Let's see, the top of our pile this week is Maestros, issue #2. I very much enjoyed issue #1. Very nice art, story about this guy who was a wizard's son in a universe that just killed he was exiled on Earth and hasn't seen his father in 10 years and grew up not in the whole magical family, and then the whole magical family was killed, so now he's got to go back and be a wizard. And we got some look into his past, we got some look into his family. He's in great danger now. Got to watch out for flipping through this, because there was a picture, a very nicely drawn picture of a giant erection last issue. So we gotta protect you from such silly stuff as we flip through. But I like the first issue. I'm on board with it. We'll see where it goes. I can't imagine it's gonna be a monthly series forever with this level of detail in the art. So I figure he's got an end to it in sight sometime, because that's a lot of drawing to put into a monthly comic. But anyway, Maestros #2, good stuff. Next we have The Hero Denied, Mage, issue #4. Our hero there, Kevin Matchstick, has left his family and gone on the road to try and fight these forces of evil that he's been hiding from the last 10 years, and are now tracked him down and are back in his life and want to kill him. I don't know who that is in red. We'll have to find that out. He's also looking for some old allies who have disappeared over the years. So we'll have to see where this goes from here as he goes on the road. I think it's a 12-issue series. No, 15, pardon me. Because the first 2 were 15-issue series in the 80s and the 90s. So this one's another 15-issue series. Been enjoying it so far. Good stuff. And next we have Retcon, issue #3. Matt Nixon, Toby Cypress, Matt Krotzer. This story's finally coming together a bit. It's kind of what do I call it? The lead of this is they're kind of, I guess they'd be like super-powered military contractor guys. And there's magic. Magic gives them their superpower and other weird stuff. And the lead character just started working for this military contractor. He's ex-regular military, supernatural division. And he just started working for this military contractor, which he thought was evil. Now the military contractors are trying to kill him. But he's kind of indestructible, but he's worried about the people around him and the police who grabbed hold of him. And now the police want to kill him. The military contractors want to kill him. But so we'll see what happens, because he's hard to kill, because he's got this monster that comes out of him and he doesn't even have control over, and kills for him whenever he's in danger. So And the name has something to do with retroactive continuity, where they can change things in the past, but I don't know that we've gotten to that part yet. But we'll see how issue 3 goes. I've liked the first 2. And here's The Wicked and the Divine, issue 33, with an all-black cover. What the hell is this? So other people online had drawings on their cover. I don't know what this is that they made. I guess it has to do with the insides and them being in the underworld. But seriously? An all-black cover? That just disappoints me. I've kind of lost track of the Wicked and Divine. They've all just been fighting amongst themselves, all these gods. So I read it. I know what's going on when I'm reading it, but there's like, we've broken up into factions. One faction, I think there's 3 separate factions, and they're kind of interfighting and killing each other. Meanwhile, this great darkness is trying to kill them all. And what happened last issue? They fought. I think someone killed someone, just like the issue before. I don't know who. I couldn't tell you who's alive and who's dead right now, but there's a lot of fighting and death going on in the Wicked and the Divine in these issues, and I'll have to read this one to know who's alive and who's dead. Next, we have East of West, number 35. There's been a little hiatus on this, too. There was another one where there's all sorts of fighting. Wonder who's alive and dead in this. I don't know. The last one come out a couple months ago? I don't even remember. It's always good, though. But there's lots of storylines that have been intertwining, and they finally got the big shooting war started, and people have been living and dying, and I can't even remember who these blue and red guys are right now. I'm going to go back and give it a read. But yeah, East of West, good stuff. Who does East of West? Dragata, right? Hickman, Dragata, and Martin. Once again, I'm not a fan of this cover. This whole thing. I got a lot of comic books do it. Probably Stray Bullets was one of the earliest, but just big logo, half drawing. I don't know why anyone would look at this cover and want to pick it up. I don't know how well these covers serve the selling of the comic, but the comic itself is good. So give it a read. And the last issue of the week is Robot War, Part 1 of 1 of Invincible. I just noticed that this is a $3.99 issue instead of a $2.99 issue, and it's also thick. Usually this has been coming in the 24-page package with 20 or 22 pages of comic. With no back matter in it. But this one is obviously a 32, if not 40-page package. I guess that's why it's the extra $1, because this has been a $2.99 book its whole life. And I guess if we get it done in one here, Robot War, Part 1 of 1, 10 of 12, only 11 and 12 left after this, and then the series is ended. Good stuff. Invincible has been good since the beginning. I only started buying it in single issues like with issue 120. It's at 142 now. Because I'd been buying it in the oversized hardcover collected editions for years and years, the absolute editions, and I finally went, I'm going to be around. I want to buy this monthly, and then they were like, oh, it's done monthly. I was like, okay. But I've enjoyed this series since the beginning. It's an excellent series. If you like superhero stories, check out Invincible, because this is one of the best ones. And for my background art, I just used random old drawings. I wish I had dated these so I knew when they were from, but no date on them. This I made into a painting about 3 feet by 3 feet. I remember that. This was some character drawings I did for a comic strip I never finished. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, this was a drawing for a print I did in the early 2000s. I can't remember what the print says, but there's 2 figures that are sort of like that on it. What else do we have here? I think I used these pieces here. I remember that candlestick in a print. I must have used the other pieces. These are also in the early 2000s, I bet. There's a top lip. I'm pretty sure that was from one of my lips prints. This is the original drawing from my Born Mean print. I remember that one. Born Mean, Life Did the Rest. My orange cat. There's one of my eye prints. I used that for. I did eyes and lips prints. Let's see, what do we got here? We've got random little figure drawings. Oh, I like that one right there. Don't know if I ever used these for anything. I don't recognize them. And then just some practice marks with a brush down there. And finally, let's see. Oh, these were to my my fortune-telling cards. I just ran into a little painting. Or no, that's this was for a painting I did. Get those freaks out of here. That was it. And that's one of my fortune-telling cards. Ooh, what was that? The Grand Serpent. Oh, there it is. The Banded Serpent of Light card. Get those freaks out. I made this into a print and an 8x10 painting. So there you go. Little look at some random working drawings, and you guys all have a good week out there.